they even had it too in Seattle when they had won the NFC Championship. They had it right here. 12 is 1, and they had the drone show celebration because the 12 go to the 12 tribes of Israel, and then the drone, because the drone goes into hovering. Like, as it's written, the Father, remember in Genesis 1:2, he hovered over the waters, which goes right back. His face hovered over the waters, which goes to the man out to sea, which goes right back to the Seahawk. Genesis 1:2, and then they got Genesis 12 right there, and the Father in Genesis 1:2 face hovers over the waters. Then you got DK Metcalf. Metcalf. They go right back to the Alpha, because the Alpha in Hebrew, they use the bull symbol. So Christ is he's the head. So the bull, the longhorn, and the Metcalf. So you see DK Metcalf and Russell Wilson. Wilson just the son of I am the son of William. Remember, they both got sent over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, going into the pit. You see, and then the Seahawk rises up. You see what I'm saying? Going to the pit, like that. Go right back to the Cardi B with the digs. So that 2014 same matchup as 2014 is important because, as I was talking about it before in previous videos, 2014 is when around the time the Messiah was in Kenya, where Mount Zion is. Remember, it says at the altar, then at the border at the north, you have Kenya, which is Mount Zion. Mount Kenya, Mount Zion. That's why the top of Mount Zion, Mount Kenya, is the Lewis Glacier. So you see, he was in the court, in the prisons, because it's already written in the book of Isaiah 53 that he would go through the prisons, and he'd be rejected of men. So this was 2014, 2015. Same time he was over there, the Antichrist Barack Obama in July, same month, pops up couple weeks later, and is over there speaking in Kenya while the Messiah is in the prisons. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they showed that. They already knew this is what he said. It's gonna be, this is everything he's saying. It's right here. Remember when Killmonger was like, bury me in the ocean, because you bury me in the ocean because that's where my ancestors jumped, because they knew death was better than bondage, and that's what the Messiah said 3 years before that. He already be in Kenyan jail because America is bondage. It's all right here. That he would rather live in a Kenyan prison than in bondage in America. You see, I says, and he tickled the court when he said that, right here, in July 8th. You see, so let's look at this. They already knew what was going to happen. They already knew that time was coming. Where he had to go through his ritual combat, and he had to tell them who he was. They all didn't know who he was. They're like, where's this man coming from? And then he rise up, say who he really is, and he say, give me back my throne. It's all coming together,
Son, we have entertained the charlatan for too long.
This is that we entertained for too long. Sorry for this right here.
We have entertained the charlatan for too long. Reject his request.
Oh, I ain't requesting nothing. Ask who I am.
You're Eric Stevens, an American black operative, a mercenary nicknamed Killmonger. That's who you are.
That's who you are. You are black. You see, she ain't gonna say who he is,
That's not my name, princess.